Hi there Aries, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 23rd of June. Innovation has really been something that strongly attracted you over the last few years, but so has becoming more independent and free of restrictions. And this week your ruling planet Mars is in an opposition with the planet that's been causing this restlessness, Uranus. And this can make you much more impatient, but it can also see you hitting out against any kind of restrictions or structures which you don't really buy into. Yet all of this is happening at a time when you are feeling potentially a lot more sensitive, and perhaps things can just creep under your defense systems just a little bit more easily than normal. This is because the Sun is in the part of your horoscope to do with your emotions. Now from the middle of this week it's actually forging a fine link with Neptune, which is in the hidden part of your scope. And the suggestion here is the more you can tune in to your sixth sense, that you listen to your inner voice, you don't ignore it. How many times do you hear people recounting the tale saying, I knew I shouldn't have done that, but I went ahead and did it because they let logic override their instinct. And that's something you need to avoid this week, just at a time when Mars and Uranus are pushing you to be very impulsive and make some snap decisions or judgments. But one marvellous thing that does happen at the start of this week is the arrival of Venus in the sign of Gemini. Now this is going to really help you to smooth your path in terms of the way you articulate your ideas. That itself may be a little more challenging this week because of that impatient vibe that's around. But over the next 28 days generally, the way you communicate could capture someone's imagination. And if you're someone who's got a message to tell, whether it's in business or personally, then this can be a fine time to get your point of view across. Now if you are footloose and fancy free, Venus of course being the planet of love points towards some kind of communication in your immediate vicinity, someone you see every day, perhaps someone you meet locally online. There could be a connection that comes from Venus being in this location. It also suggests that you could develop a more harmonious link with a sibling or neighbour that you get on well with. But by the end of this week, although there is a new moon in your sector of feelings, which is really encouraging you to become much more at ease with who you are, there is also a square between Venus and Neptune. So despite the fact that Venus can be broadly very, very good for you over the next few weeks, you may receive some information or hear a bit of gossip, and it may be linked to your love life or a relationship. And the best thing you can do is not jump to a conclusion. This may need some careful consideration before you come to your final decision. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.